Hello, Darklings, and welcome to the Dark Parlour. I'm your host, Rissa Miller. Won't you join me for another sweet nightmare? Pharmaceutical practice dates back to the 9th century. But here, in York, Pennsylvania, our earliest known town druggist was Dr. John Fiser. His story began in the late 1700s, over 100 years after the first American apothecary shop opened in Boston. The Fisers had strong roots in the region, stemming from his father's renowned clockmaking. Some of his clocks are on exhibit at the York County History Center. As upstanding citizens, Dr. Fiser and his wife Catherine continued their practice through the mid-1800s, having lived and died at 19 and 21 North George Street. This property at 19 and 21 North George Street was built in 1778 and is allegedly the site of a modern-day haunting. Over the following 200 years, this location continued to serve the community as residential apartments and several well-loved eateries. Most recently, the memorable Ramona's, Bistro 19, and Otto's Kitchen provided good eats to Yorkers. Today, Revival Social Club occupies the building, serving up modern brunch and dinner fare with quite a selection of spirits. Over the decades, paranormal activity has been documented right here. Lots of paranormal activity has been reported over the years at Revival. Folks report mysterious electrical malfunctions, such as lights dimming on their own and sound increasing and decreasing in volume. Others have more personal experiences, such as hearing their name whispered from a dark, empty corner. The haunting scent of lavender suddenly filling a room has been noted by former restaurant staff. Lavender, a calming herb, was commonly used in any well-established apothecary. Sometimes people feel a presence just behind them, so close. It's as if they can feel the breath raise the hair on the back of their neck, but then when they turn, there's nobody there. Speaking of sounds, previous owners of the restaurant shared a fascinating, ghostly musical encounter. They were relaxing and listening to old-fashioned music on a vintage record player one evening when they both heard someone humming along. They stopped the player and the humming ceased. When they began to play the record again, the humming continued. Right beside them, not from the player. Recently, a terrifying tale came from a former restaurant manager. It was just after closing when he heard a loud crash. Review of security footage the following day showed blue orbs disappearing into the hallway and an invisible hand smacking the frame, causing it to crash to the floor. Paranormal pro tip. Orbs are the most common visual phenomenon in the supernatural realm. They're circles of light in photos and video that look like floating globes. Some people call them ghost lights. Every possibility must be considered before claiming orbs are supernatural documentation. Optics in lenses pick up specks of dust and moisture in the air, called backscatter, which result in the appearance of orbs. Sometimes orbs form in photos if light is hitting the lens in the right way, especially in low light. Ensure your lenses are very clean and dry before going out to document ghosts. Parapsychologists say true orbs show up in areas with high magnetic activity also known as haunted places. Is it possible that Dr. John Fisher is still in residence at 19 and 21 North George Street? Maybe his spirit wants to aid in the mixing of elixirs and potions to ease patrons' woes. Perhaps the strength of the Fisher family produces an energetic echo, like the continuous tick-tock of the elder Fisher's clocks. Or, in the 2 centuries since it was built, have other energies decided to take up residency in the now bustling Revival Social Club? You know, you should go to Revival and get a meal. You might find more spirits than just the ones in your glass. We love a scary tale, but it's important to remember that ghost stories, lore, and legends are a snapshot of a moment in time. Wishing you sweet nightmares from all of us at the Dark Parlor.